How's it going, guys? My name is Oakley. I'm joined here with Dan and Andrew, and this is Third Winter. This is our non-spoiler
review.
Review.
Andrew.
We almost slipped up on that the last time. It'll be a quick one.
Almost. I intentionally slipped up.
Yeah. This will not... It'll be a short one just because we can't really review this movie too much.
Mm-hmm.
But again, non-spoiler, and... before we get into this, if you're new here, this is Third Winter. We have a bunch of videos coming out, Game of Thrones. We have a spoiler video coming out, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, share, all that good stuff. But let's get into it.
All right.
Okay, Dan, what do you think, buddy?
It was good.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so I want to start off by saying that I am a huge Marvel fan.
Yeah.
And that's not just because of the movies, but, I've been a Marvel fan since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
With Spider-Man especially. It's been such a big part of my life, and seeing Iron Man when I was probably that was 2008.
Yeah, it came out in 2008.
I was in 4th grade.
Yeah, so it had some effect on you.
Yeah, it had a big, and it's culminated all the way to this point where I'm a 20-year-old man.
Yeah,
and I'm watching the culmination of everything.
It's fair enough. I can see that. And what about you, Andrew? Maybe first impressions, where you stand with Marvel. I think that might be a good thing to get out.
Yeah. No, I think it was great. I think it was really good. I don't think it's necessarily the conclusion, but it's kind of a conclusion to everything.
I was going to say, this movie could probably pay for our national debt, so why would they stop?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as this universe is concerned, I think they've said they're pretty much done with it. It's just going to be the few movies they've got in the works as part of this universe, and they're going to soft reboot, go with all new characters and things. Maybe continue the timeline. I mean, they kind of set up some things to continue in this timeline.
We'll get into some more of those as spoilers because there are some specific setups that they have.
Yeah.
But I liked it too. I'm not the biggest Marvel fanboy, I guess you could say. Speaking I'm the only one with a Marvel shirt on right now, but so I don't know how that goes through, how that all turns out. But I liked it. I was slightly disappointed the first time I watched it. I think I'm the only one that's seen it twice.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I liked it a lot the second time. But let's get into some stuff you liked. We'll start with you, Andrew. Also, Andrew's sick, so
yeah.
But what did you like specifically? Anything non-spoilery?
Well, I mean, I like the whole thing.
Yeah, but I feel like there are a lot of expectations going
I think one
movie.
of the things that Marvel does really well is playing to their fans without being cheesy about it.
That's true.
Because I went to not necessarily a premiere because it was the midnight showing on Thursday, but an opening night showing, and so.
Round of applause.
Yeah, that's going to happen when anytime any major character shows up. And I think they do a really good job giving time for applause and all that stuff without
just keep going,
making it cheesy or anything. Yeah, it's not like anybody bows or acknowledges the camera. Captain America doesn't just salute the audience. That'd be lame.
Yeah.
But they still pause and give you time to appreciate these characters that you've loved.
It's the legit direction given to Chris Evans. Pause for an applause.
Yeah.
Stand there heroic. Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I think that actually might have been it was a definite positive, but also a slight negative for me is because I felt like there were, specifically in the third act, moments where they got a little fan-pleasing, and it completely betrayed, just the story, physics. Not necessarily physics, but, just location of where people are at, it's kind of hard, saying this without spoiling anything, but there were a couple moments where I felt like they were going for fan-pleasing moments over story.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, for me, being not a huge Marvel fan,
right?
I say that, but I don't get excited for this movie. I go in with such low expectations, and then I get to the theater, and then I'm excited. I'm a fanboy again. I hate Marvel. Go on, Dan. What did you like in specific, without being specific?
I think they did a really good job, especially in the beginning of playing to what happened in Infinity War, the aftermath, showing that feeling of the aftermath was really good.
I loved that. The first act, just the recovery.
Oh yeah, the recovery.
Infinity War. I really liked that. A lot of people really didn't though.
I loved that.
Yeah. How'd you feel about that first act? It was a little slow.
I honestly struggle with act structure.
Really?
I have no idea when acts end.
Let's just say, okay.
Was it the title card?
Just up until they go into their little plan. We'll just say that.
Okay.
Let's say
before the middle of the movie when they're doing all their little shenanigans.
Like when everybody gets their new suits.
Yes.
Spoilers.
That's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer.
It's in the trailer.
You're right. You're right.
They all got that fancy suit.
Yeah. So before that, basically. Before everything kind of gets into motion.
I really liked it.
Yeah. I felt like it actually took a realistic take in a Marvel movie.
Definitely.
That's what I really liked about it. It's realistic to the point where these characters are human.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of them, some of them are gods, but they're still human.
Yeah, they're humanoids.
They have emotions, and they have people they love, people that they've lost.
Yeah.
And they're not going to just be like, oh, I'm going to move on and live my life. Like,
speaking of which, there is a moment with Captain America.
Yeah.
I did not cry the first time. I didn't even slightly tear up. I got chills a couple of times. I know you cried in it. I'm guessing you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Because you never cry in anything.
That's not true.
But maybe. Yeah, okay, there is some things. But specifically this stuff. There was a moment where I teared up.
Mm-hmm.
But it was only the second time I watched it. And I'll get into it with spoilers. But it's involving Captain America towards the beginning of the movie. We also have our first openly gay character in this movie, too.
Oh, yeah. I really...
That's actually the time I cried.
Really?
It's the support group. It's in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler.
So not support. It was kind of like a support group for like.
It was either I don't know if it seemed like be like servicemen.
Yeah, like veterans.
But it could have been for the Fallout too.
Yeah,
it could have been a dual thing. It's like here, come handle your PTSD from war and the fallout of mankind.
Yeah. And this guy's like, I went on a date for the first time. He was a really nice guy. It was like...
It was actually the director.
Yeah.
It was Joe Russo. Yeah.
It was funny, when I saw him, I was like, I thought it was Mark Ruffalo for a second. Because he looks kind of like Mark Ruffalo. Especially in that lighting. And then he started talking about it, and I was like, but... Bruce Banner's not gay. This guy. Maybe Bruce Banner's bi.
Did you know that have you seen Community at all?
No.
Okay, and I think Arrested Development too, but they kind of show run those shows before getting Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So they were just comedy, like improvised comedy TV shows before directing an actual action movie, which just blows my mind because I think they've put out like how much have they directed? How many of them? So 4 now, right? You got Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. And I think every one of those are at least adequate.
Yeah.
I personally, I like them all. I know you don't like Civil War as much.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Civil War.
Those are actually my favorite ones.
Yeah. See, they are very competent directors. But yeah, I think everything is pretty much on par for Marvel here. Anything you guys didn't like?
Right now I can't actually think of it. I think I'm still in that fanboy like moment because I saw this like literally like 3 hours ago. So, like when it ended, but
I think the biggest like negative I have with it is if you think about this movie, you can nitpick it a lot.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But just with how they take it, not a huge thing. There are some things I didn't necessarily like about certain characters. And I will say, if you're going into this movie with very high expectations for some characters, you might want to lower them. Specifically, I can't say. We'll talk about that in spoilers, but there are characters that just should be huge parts in this movie that aren't.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And they take some very risky like character choices with certain beloved characters. And it could either make you hate the movie for it or make you love it.
Right, they take a few really strong characters and really exploit their weakness and human sides.
Yeah.
And it's like, what happened to you?
Yeah. They kind of just
and then there's others where they're just like, this is a really powerful character and they're just not involved.
and there's
in the movie at all.
Yeah, and then there's some characters that are better off after the snap, which is odd to me.
Yeah.
I guess better off on the surface. We'll say that.
Yes.
But yeah, that's kind of, what would be your one word description of this movie? That's never one word.
A culmination of cinematic magnificence.
Oh my gosh.
Like 30
There's
syllables.
Be a ton of hyphens.
That was like an Eminem line.
Do you have one by chance? I don't know.
I'd have to go with epic.
Epic? That's a good one. I was actually going to put epic in mine, but I'm just going to say it's a fitting end.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to go with fan pleasing, but I think it's a fitting end to all the characters and this.
Yeah. And it is fan pleasing, but not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are moments, I guess, that could be, slightly negative in the fan pleasing department, but other than that, I really enjoyed it. I think you guys liked it a lot more than I did, but I still am probably going to buy this and complete the,
collection.
Do you guys think it's better than Infinity War?
Yes.
I would have to say so, yeah.
I think Infinity War is better.
I didn't like Infinity War as much.
Infinity War as a story is better, but Endgame for the characters is better.
Mm-hmm.
I think because, Infinity War, you don't get really any character development.
Right.
You just get, the story. Actually, you get character development through Thanos, basically. But, yeah. Again, that's our review, our non-spoiler review. We're going to actually get on our spoiler review right now. But make sure you check us out. Third Winter on YouTube, obviously. Third Winter Podcast on SoundCloud. And then Third Winter-ish on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you hit subscribe if you liked what you saw here. And again, this is Dan. This is Andrew. I'm Oakley. And you guys have a good one. Thank you.
Bye. Love you.